Hi guys, it's me, Indiana Jones, and if this is your first time seeing me, yay! I'm so happy. Not because it's your first time seeing me, but hey, I get to meet someone new. It's always fun. And if you are a returning customer, I guess you want to call them, or one of my fam, thank you so much for watching and for keeping up with me. And today is a really special day. I'm starting the year off right, and I'm entering into the Heidi Sonboul playlist challenge. Her challenge, of course, is a Valentine's Day DIY. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to do a neutral Valentine's Day DIY. Now, one of the things I like to do is save money. You know, try to make crafts that are inexpensive and cheap. Yes, okay. I'd like to consider myself thrifty and maybe I'm economically challenged and All right already. I get it. I'm cheap. I admit it. But, you know, we all gotta save a buck. So without further ado, let's get started in this inexpensive Valentine's-inspired DIY with Heidi Sonboul. Yay! So for my backdrop, I'm going to use this plain canvas material. It's thin, but it's very easy to work with. And I'm going to make some prints. Instead of having to buy print, this is much cheaper at only $1.99 a yard. The most important thing for me is to use this Plaid FX flexible acrylic paint. Because this is going to be on fabric, it's very important that it doesn't crack. As you can see, it doesn't crack or split when using it on fabric. Whenever you're stenciling, and I'm just using a makeup sponge, remember to load and unload so you don't have full amount of the paint at any time on your sponge or your applicator. So after stenciling and after ironing, look at what we have left. It's beautiful stamped fabric that you can make yourself instead of buying expensive patterned fabric. And you can choose any theme you want, any color. You are in control. So let's change out this frame and I'll show you how. So because I don't have a table big enough, I'm just going to use the wall. I think it's the easiest way to do. And so what I did was I just used Velcro to stick the fabric on. Now the Velcro still has stickiness to it, so I can just stick the next fabric to it. Well, there you have it. That was pretty practical, inexpensive. Cheap. Yes, cheap. Inexpensive, easy to do, and a great neutral background for my neutral Valentine's Day decor. Where are they? Where are my hearts? Oh, I need to make those next, so let's check it out. Well, the first thing I'm going to use is this. Oh my Lord, look at this table. Well, let's not look at it and pretend it's perfectly pristine. But the first thing we're going to need is one of those Dollar Tree heart forms. You know, the forms that you use for wreaths? This will come in very handy, but not in its current look. What I like to do is take it apart using these nivers and literally take it apart so I have 3 different heart forms. And these little pieces that stay behind are so easy to snap off. I mean, if I can do it, you can do it. So you take apart these metal thingies, hopefully with better success than I did, because I kind of tore my heart apart. But what else is new? course the other ones snapped off easily when they're off camera. But no, I left the hardest ones for last. Yeah, I talk to myself, don't you? I hope you talk to yourself when you're crafting. Well, it's not working. Has this ever happened to you? So using one of the smaller medium heart forms, I'm going to create other hearts using this wired jute twine from the Dollar Tree and some wooden beads that I got from BEEBEE Crafts. BEEBEE Crafts has selected me as a product ambassador, and I have links for them in the description below. So to get started, just get your jute twine and start threading the wooden beads through. Sometimes it's best to seal your jute twine, your wired jute twine, so that it doesn't unravel while you are working on it. So once I was finished wiring all those wooden beads, it didn't take that long, maybe like 15 minutes. All I did was use the smaller wire frame as a stencil, I suppose, or as a mold to mold my jute wire in just the same fashion. I added a bow and of course some silver and gray ribbon to keep within that muted, neutral Valentine's tone. Next, I'm going to use the jute twine again, and using this as a mold. And you can use it, you can put jute twine all over this. It'll take a little longer. But the wired jute twine does the same effect and so much quicker. And all I'm going to do is, again, use the heart form as a shaping tool. And again, if I wanted to, I can just use the heart form, but I want to save this for another craft. I'm going to use leftovers from Christmas, this jute twine. It's pearled, it's like a pearled grapevine. I don't know how else to call it, but we all saw them. They're from the Dollar Tree. So I just wired up the jute twine together with the pearled wire, and I'm just using the heart once again just to shape and make sure I have more or less the same dimensions as the previous heart. And then I'm going to embellish it and add some flowers. So what I did here was I made a second little form, and I'm going to glue the two of them together. I just thought it would look cute with two. So I'm just going to glue the two of them together. And as you can see, I already included the flowers. Now for the next one, I used this larger form to create my main heart. Unfortunately, I wasn't recording when I actually created it, so I'm going to show you real quick how I made the last heart. So here's the heart form, and if you notice, they all have this little connector, and you can see how quickly I took that apart. Then, I don't know if you have this jute rope, mesh rope that they have at Dollar Tree, and I just strung it through and easily covered the wreath form in this jute mesh, instead of having to wrap it around over and over and over again, just using this. As you can see, for this last one, I had already included flowers, and here's the mesh that went all the way around, and just where it was at the weakest point, I made sure to cover that so you couldn't see the seam. So here is the last heart. I'm just going to cut this And now all I have to do is add this to the backdrop that I created earlier. Okay guys, so here is the backdrop that I created earlier, and as you can see, it's pretty plain. And I made it on purpose like this so I can change it up for the different seasons. I can make different things for spring and even into fall and possibly even to Christmas this year. Who knows? So what we have now are our 3 little wreaths. So we have this one. I love the colors of gray and pink. I think that is so cute and feminine. And I think we'll just have this hanging there. So I'm just gonna glue gun it. I mean, why not? You're not gonna see the top of this. So I'm just gonna glue that one here. Just a little dab of glue. And since it's above and I can just rip it off anytime, I can change it. It's centered. What do you think? I think it's good. As I fight with the glue spider webs that are in my hair somehow. Oh, the hazards of crafting. So anyway, there you have it. Let's get these spiders out of the way, spider webs. Yeah, so I'm just gonna tuck that behind there. I don't want to cut it off just yet. So there you have it. I think it came out pretty darn nice, and it's a good big statement piece, big decor. I have this big blue wall that's just this empty vacant space, and I think this frame was the best thing I could have found in the garbage recently since I've come up with this idea. Again, stenciling your own fabric and creating wreaths for practically nothing. I mean, I don't think I've spent more than, I don't know, $5 or $6. The flowers that I used here were the flowers that were on clearance. I think they were 75 or 80% off after Christmas. This was a Christmas wreath or a Christmas bouquet. So it came out to $2.50 for the bouquet, and I still have enough flowers for another project. So I still might either put flowers up there or something. BEEBEE Crafts sent me these beautiful wooden beads, and I used the jute wire, just about 1/3 of it from Dollar Tree, and again Dollar Tree jute wire and the pearl wire. So that's all. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this inspired you. I especially want to thank Heidi Sonboul for always being such an inspiration, for helping us small channels, giving us the courage, giving us the, I don't know, just the oomph that we need sometimes by hosting these wonderful open collaboration playlists so that we can meet others in the crafting community and so that we can share our ideas and our inspiration. So thank you again, Heidi, for everything you do. And thanks to you for watching me. And hopefully you like, share, and subscribe, and check out some of the other content that I have. Some of it's a little fun and quirky. I do go live at least 3 times a week now. And I love to share and meet new folks. So please come on over to my community and get to meet the rest of the family of crafters that join me. They used to join me every night and now join me 3 nights a week. So thanks again. And as I say, or I used to say every night, stay safe, be kind, God bless each and every one of you, and remember to live the adventure. Bye, thanks again.